Stop whatever you are doing right now because we need to talk. Did Millie Bobby Brown, our beloved 11 from Stranger Things, the queen of a generation, just pull the smoothest, most low-key baby name reveal in the history of Hollywood? Or did she make the biggest rookie mistake of her new mom life? Because what I'm about to show you is either a 5D chess move from a PR genius or a classic, oops, I'm sleep-deprived moment, and either way, I am absolutely living for it. We're not talking about a cryptic tweet. We're not talking about a vague interview answer. We're talking about a clue, hiding in plain sight on the most ordinary object imaginable. A phone case. And folks, this phone case might have just blown the lid off one of the biggest secrets in the celebrity world right now. So buckle up because we are going deep diving into the case of the initials RWB. So let's set the scene, shall we? Picture this. It's August 21st. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and the air smells like money and ocean spray because we are in the Hamptons. Of course we are. It's the natural habitat of the rich and famous. And who do we see taking a leisurely stroll looking every bit the picture-perfect new family? None other than Millie Bobby Brown and her husband, Jake Bongiovi. They're pushing a stroller, a sight that just warms your heart, you know? They're in their new parent bubble enjoying a moment of peace. Or so they thought, because the paparazzi are always watching. And while everyone is cooing over the stroller and the idyllic scene, someone with an eagle eye, a true journalistic hero, zoomed in. Not on the stroller, not on the happy couple. They zoomed in on Millie's hand. And what was in her hand? Her phone. But it's what was on the phone that has sent the internet into a complete and total meltdown. A pink phone case. Simple, chic, but embossed on this case, clear as day, were 3 letters. 3 little letters that could mean everything. RWB. I'm going to repeat that for the people in the back. RWB. Now, in the grand scheme of things, it's a phone case. People have monograms all the time. But let's use our brains for a second here. This isn't just anyone. This is Millie Bobby Brown, who on the very same day, August 21st, officially announced to the world that she and Jake had welcomed a baby girl into their family through adoption. The timing is just... it's too perfect to be a coincidence, right? You don't just happen to debut a brand new custom monogram phone case on the exact day you announce the arrival of your new baby. That's not how the universe works, and it's certainly not how Hollywood works. This has left fans, myself included, spiraling. We're all sitting here playing detective trying to crack the code. RWB. What could it possibly stand for? The fan theories are already running wild, and honestly, some of them are amazing. Could it be something classic and beautiful like Ruby Willow Bongiovi? Or maybe something a little more modern like River Wren Bongiovi? The possibilities are endless, and it's the most fun guessing game on the internet right now. People are digging through old interviews, looking for any mention of names she might like. They're analyzing her aesthetic, her vibe, everything to try to get a clue. Is it Rose? Is it Riley? Is the W for winter? Or something totally out of left field? What if it's something incredibly meaningful to her and Jake? The speculation is just a testament to how much people are invested in her happiness. But here's the other side of the coin, the part that makes this so intriguing. Was this intentional? Is Millie Bobby Brown a mastermind orchestrating this entire thing? Did she know that a casual stroll in the Hamptons would result in a zoom lens shot of her phone case, creating a viral news story without her ever having to say a word? It's what we call a soft launch in the business. You don't do a big flashy magazine cover, you just drop a hint, a subtle, elegant, if you know kind of breadcrumb for your most dedicated fans to find. It's a power move, honestly. It allows her to control the narrative. She didn't have to sit down for a tearful interview or post a long, drawn-out explanation. She just lived her life, holding her phone, and let the world do the rest. It's kind of brilliant and totally on brand for someone who has navigated the treacherous waters of fame since she was a little kid. She knows the game better than anyone. Or and this is the equally plausible and frankly more relatable theory, was it a complete accident? Let's be real for a second here. They are brand new parents. They are probably running on 3 hours of sleep, fueled by caffeine and pure love. Maybe she just got a beautiful new phone case as a gift to celebrate her daughter. Maybe she was so excited, so proud that she put it on her phone without even thinking about the implications. She's walking along, talking to her husband, thinking about feeding schedules and diaper changes, and the last thing on her mind is that a telephoto lens 100 yards away is decoding her accessories. I can totally see that happening. It's a very human moment, and in a way that makes the whole story even better. It reminds us that behind the global superstar is a 21-year-old woman embarking on this incredible, terrifying, beautiful journey of motherhood for the first time. And that brings me to the announcement itself, which they also made on August 21st. It was a joint Instagram post, a simple, elegant picture with a caption that was so full of love. They wrote, "This summer, we welcomed our sweet baby girl through adoption. We are beyond excited to embark on this beautiful next chapter of parenthood in both peace and privacy." Let's just take a moment to appreciate that. First of all, the news itself is just wonderful. Choosing to build their family through adoption is such a beautiful and personal decision, and for them to share that part of their story is incredibly powerful. It brings so much awareness and positivity to adoption, and I have nothing but the utmost respect and admiration for them for that. They are starting their family with an act of pure love. But let's also talk about that last part, in both peace and privacy. There is a deep, palpable irony in asking for privacy on a public platform on the same day a potential clue to your baby name is spotted by paparazzi. But I don't even see it as a contradiction. I see it as them setting a boundary. They're saying, look, we are public figures and we are happy to share our joyous news with you, the fans who have supported us. But the day-to-day, the intimate moments, the journey of raising our child, that is sacred. That is ours. And you have to respect that. They're not shutting the world out completely, but they are drawing a line in the sand. It's a delicate balancing act that every celebrity parent has to navigate, and it seems like they're trying to handle it with as much grace as possible. They're giving us a little piece, like the RWB phone case, to keep us engaged, but they're keeping the most precious parts for themselves, as they should. Now, I know what some people are probably thinking. I've seen the comments online. She's only 21. She's so young to be mom. And to that, I say, so what? Age is just a number, but maturity, desire, and readiness, that's what truly matters. And if you've listened to Millie talk about this, you know this wasn't some spontaneous, impulsive decision. This has been her dream. Her entire life. She went on the Smartless podcast back on March 10th, and she laid it all out. She explained, and I think this is so important, that this desire to be a mother was ingrained in her long before she even met Jake. This isn't about him or the relationship status. This is core to who she is as a person. She said, "I'm still really young, but it's been my thing before I met Jake, like since I was a baby." She talked about playing with baby dolls and telling her own mom that she wanted to be a mom just like her. That's not a fleeting thought. That's a calling. That's a deep-seated part of her identity. And she gets it from her family. She shared that her own mom had her first child at 21 and her dad was only 19. So for her, this is normal. This is the family pattern. This is what she saw growing up. It's not some shocking out-of-the-blue decision. It's her following in the footsteps of the people she admires most. She also talked about her grandmother, her Nan, and what a huge part of her life she was. You can just hear the love and reverence in her voice when she talks about the strong maternal figures in her life. She's not trying to be a mom because it's trendy or because it's the next step. She's doing it because she wants to give her child the same kind of love and support that she received. And that, to me, is the most beautiful part of this whole story. Forget the phone case for a second. Forget the celebrity gossip. At the heart of this is a young woman who has achieved more by the age of 21 than most people do in a lifetime. She's a global icon, a businesswoman, a producer. She has faced immense pressure and scrutiny from a young age. And through it all, her deepest, most cherished dream was to be a mom. And now she's made that dream come true. She found a partner in Jake Bongiovi who, by her own account, understands how important this is to her and supports her completely. They got married last May, solidifying their commitment, and now they've welcomed this little girl into their lives. So whether RWB was a deliberate, genius-level PR move or a simple, honest mistake from a tired but happy new mom, it almost doesn't matter. What matters is the story behind it. It's a story about dreams coming true. It's a story about family, legacy, and a different kind of success, the kind that isn't measured in box office numbers or Instagram followers, but in love. And I, for one, am so incredibly happy for them. They're embarking on the greatest adventure of their lives, and they're doing it on their own terms, with peace, privacy, and maybe, just maybe, a very revealing pink phone case. We'll be watching and we'll be cheering them on every step of the way. And you can bet the moment that name is officially confirmed, we'll be here to break it all down. But for now, let the mystery of RWB live on. It's way more fun that way.